welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're all over on the FHG account and hopefully we can build out Talene a little bit more. We got super lucky with the summons the first times. We're going to be looking at a couple formations that she's working or where players are utilizing her. So you can see here we did build her out. We got her the plus 30 signature item which with Mythic, meaning that we did unlock a couple of her skills, which is exactly what we needed to do. All of these skills were unlocked with the signature item. We do have to get her a little bit further with furniture, and we also do have to build her out, of course, with engraving to really maximize the benefit of building out the heroes. Now, some of the places that we have seen her utilized, the first one, of course, is within the hellscape. So within here, you do fight a boss, which is Cain. We've seen her in a lot of the formations here, even when Cain is within the Twisted Realm. So the boss here, definitely, she went straight to meta for these formations. Utilizing the Awakened Talene within the Cain boss has really maximized the damage in here. Of course, the second place that she really shot straight to meta is the PvP. So looking at the Champion Hall, guys, absolutely straight meta PvP. You can see right there, fully built, even with, I believe that is the max out engraving on there. Plus 30 signature item, got the 9 of 9 furniture. You can also see Scarlet is making an appearance in here as well. Straight to PvP meta, guys. Remember, she is super powerful when it comes to formations, especially in this aspect, because remember, all of the players in here are the same levels. Now, where we've been using her within the campaign, she is a tank. So there is the original Talene, guys. We can drop her out. We can put in our Awakened Talene. So remember, she is a tank. You can see we have almost no level deficiency here, which means this level is going to be super easy to breeze through. Now, the formations that she's been working in, again, as a tank, is really going through earlier chapters. So we've had players that have used the trial version of her, went through 13, 14, 15 chapters. Surprisingly well, she did work within those chapters, or actually the campaign pushes very well. You've also seen her on my free-to-play account. Did the exact same, guys. We got the trial version. We were able to push through formations. Remember as well, not only is she a tank, is she is a buffer. So looking at formations where you're not going to be dealing with burst damage is advisable, because even though she does take damage very quickly, and a lot of times with the burst damage, we do put her front line or even putting her opposed to Athalia to really counter some of the burst damages there. Because remember, if she dies, she is going to come back to life, which is super, almost using her as a sacrificial lamb within, again, a lot of different formations. The Eins comp, I really wouldn't run her in, but we are running the barricade on her as well. So I talked to a lot of people, used quite a bit of the resources to find out kind of what teams that she is working on. Unfortunately, I have not seen her or found her into any meta comps as of right now. We know she does stay pretty stationary. You know, the old Talene would always go straight back row, which isn't the case here. Even looking at the level deficiency, she just gets completely burned down without support. So one of the big things is, remember, the original Talene would heal the entire team. This one actually does need a little bit of support to help the tanking ability she has. Again, being a buffer in here, a couple different formations, again, that some people are running, which is an old school formation, was actually running Gwen. So running the Gwen-Rose combination, allowing Gwen to do some maximum damage. Talene being on kind of the defensive aspect in there, and also running some crowd control in here. At this level deficiency, again, you can kind of run anyone in here and it will absolutely work. But her ultimate ability does do a significant amount of damage, which is good. The problem with her is when you start getting into further formations. So when you get into multiple formations or when you get into further formations, a majority of the time, she dies out. When you start seeing about 100 level deficiency, she actually starts dying out relatively quickly. When you start getting even north of that, 120, 150, a majority of the time, especially when it comes to pushing level deficiencies, she is not going to stay alive, which is the reason we haven't really seen her in many meta comps is because they really push with the formations. So even here, you know, running it in the Mahira comp, could be a sub in possibly. Again, it's going to be really dependent on the level deficiencies because we're so far behind on this. We could pretty much run anything that we wanted in here. And it's also dependent on kind of what you have. So again, with Talene doing a significant amount of damage in here, you could really buff her in a team or build her in a team to provide the support she needs to ult, doing a massive amount of damage in there. But ultimately remembering she is a tank, and I think that's where a lot of players do get stuck within the formations. If you're coming up through chapters again, she is going to be very powerful, even if you just have her unlocked or have her built up a little bit. She is going to be very strong within the formations because most of the meta comps are not built. When you start getting into the further meta comps, you know, when you look at All Negrez, when you look at a couple different formations, a majority of the time, again, we don't see her shining, or I haven't seen her shining. You know, again, I looked at Reddit, we looked at Discord, talked to a lot of guildies. There hasn't really been a place that the Awakened Talene has worked, short of players definitely building her for that PvP aspect in there, and then also building her to counter burst teams, and of course the Twisted Realm. Not sure exactly how she's going to work within the hunting fields or how she is going to perform in the Abyssal Expedition. That is really yet to be seen. But ultimately, guys, is she going to be worth building? There's going to be quite a few places where she is going to be utilized. Again, the PvP aspect, the formation, but for her to carry a formation, it's not really going to happen, even with this being, you know, a really big kind of relying on the critical strike. I could see her working in formations possibly with the Prince of Persia. Again, with mitigation of possibly like a Merlin, Prince of Persia, again, because of the mitigating factors that they bring, the crowd control that they actually bring to formations is really beneficial. Even popping Joker Queen in here. Again, any team is really going to work. Again, with the deficiency we have, we could probably go through the next chapter or two, but allowing her to survive, allowing her to ult, 75 million damage, considerable amount of damage if you can keep her alive, and that's where the level deficiencies come in. So again, with formations, a couple different ones that I've seen is kind of, it seems for a lot of players is kind of fitting her into different formations. Not really being the key to formations. It's almost like you're putting a tank or putting a support class into different formations. That is just subbing a hero for a hero, I guess. Like even I've seen a couple formations where players have run, you know, a formation with Ainz, similar to this one, and then running Prince of Persia, running Merlin in here, running Ezio in here. Again, allowing the crowd control aspect that the Prince of Persia runs, but this gives you the ability. We've seen Arthur drop out of a lot of formations. We've actually seen this formation with Ezio quite a bit. That does work incredibly well. But the formations overall, definitely want to look at them. So guys, let me know in the comments any formations that you know for Talene. Again, I really looked at a lot of different places. Doesn't seem like she is going to move into the meta. Twisted Realm, absolutely. Also, when it comes to the PvP aspect, absolutely going to be very much required in there. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to do a couple summons in here. I want to see if we can pull possibly some more copies of her. Again, we got super lucky the first time, guys. It was just absolutely raining Talene in the formations we did. So there is a copy of Rigby. We'll go ahead and share this. I don't have Facebook, so it'll just pop up and should give us, oh, there you go. Some diamonds there. Let me make sure. I don't think I've, yep, I did put Scarlet in there. So Scarlet's in here. Wanted to make sure, guys, we could do some Desire summons. We have 123,000 diamonds just kind of chilling here. Again, hoping that we can just pull a couple copies of Talene out of here, which there's Lucretia. Very cool. Anytime that you can summon her, guys, that might even add another star to her as we continue to build. So Lucretia out of here. Love seeing, and a double right there, guys, which is Oden and Cecilia. Another very nice pull right there. And I believe that might have the first star. So that is the first star, guys. To Lucretia. This is an account that I play all that often. I think it's connecting to Facebook again. There we go. We got the engraving. We'll definitely add some engraving on there for her. Looks like we got some stars of Rigby. Definitely going to be using him right alongside Walker. Super, super powerful heroes. We're even going to switch to Light Bearers just because I want Scarlet, not because I want anyone else, but Walker and Rigby, definitely worth picking up. 3 summons. So there we go, guys. It is a copy of Lard. Still building him out a little bit. All right, so no luck with those. Unfortunately, no copies of Scarlet either. But there is another copy of Peggy. Temple of Time, we got 74 cards. So let's see, guys, if we can pull some solid luck here in the 7 summons that we're going to do. Number 1, just some resources. Number 2 gives us a copy. Very nice. We got another copy. I would like to get 2 more out of here. Again, I know the RNG has to definitely be with us. Got a Wilder card out of there. Not too bad. It's going to be the normal Stargazer cards. Got a Stargazer Rates. Got a Graveborn card out of the there. That might be it, guys. I think we're just going to get that 1 copy. No more emblems. So look at that. 1 single copy. But you know what? That is 1 copy closer. I'm still saving the Stargazer cards here. We have been consistently swapping these over. We know we only got 12 more days left, and then we will have to start finding other ways to get these cards, guys. It's going to be super expensive. On the YouTube account, I'm saving everything that we have in there, but picked up 1 more copy of Talene. So again, that brings us 1 more to having her up to that ascended level. Really hoping that we find a place that she is going to shine, honestly. We have the regular Talene completely built. We got that extra copy right there, which we do need 2 more to take her to Mythic Plus. Original Talene, again, 2 stars, got the engraving long before the Awaken was going to be released. So I'm not sure exactly where we're going to use her. If we're going to use her, guys, even have her gear, have her signature item up a little bit higher. But it's going to be only time will tell if we are using the Talene. And it's funny now looking at her, she almost looks like a baby in comparison to what we have here, and even the size itself. But guys, unfortunately, you know, like I said earlier, not the most prominent with the team comps. I know, you know, you can kind of fit her in a couple different formations, but we're going to have to see exactly how well she works. PvP definitely works. Twisted Realm absolutely works. So guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Let me know what formations you have been utilizing her in and where you have really seen her working. And as always, thank you guys for watching.